elders, members, and friends. Welcome to a very historic day for the McMurray Métis. This is something we've been waiting for decades, and it wouldn't have been possible without the support of the following guests. Director Gary Boostrom, Director Len Hansen, Director Kelly Myers, Treasurer Cindy Punko, Secretary Trudy Ann Plamondon, Vice President Peter Hansen, Elder Laurie Gallagher, Greg Walsh from the Regional Recreation Corporation of Wood Buffalo, Alan Grandison from the Regional Rec Corp. Also with us is the Senior Executive Vice President from ATB Financial, John Horseman. Councillor Phil Marr. Councillor Clarice Voyager. Councillor Sheila Lalonde. Councillor Jane Stroud. Councillor Jeff Peddle. Deputy Mayor Verna Murphy. Councillor Krista Balsam. President Jimmy Cardinal. MLA Tany Yao. MLA LAILA Goodrich. And finally, our guest of honor, please give a warm welcome to Minister of Infrastructure, PRASAD PANDA. We would like to begin this ceremony by asking Elder Laurie Gallagher to lead us in prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Elders, youth, and members. I'm honored to ask to say this opening prayer for this great event, the groundbreaking of our Métis Culture Center here in MacDonald Island. Dear Creator, please bless this land we walk on, the ground my family, the Ludet family, among many others of our ancestors, raised their families on this land 100 years ago. Give everyone the strength to live a long life filled with much happiness, showing kindness and care for one another. This culture center is a historic event for us, a journey that shows us by working together, we overcome obstacles and bring success to our future. Please bless the food that Mother Earth has provided for us. Keep everyone safe and in good health so that we meet again. Hi.
Well, thank you, Laurie. What a great prayer. And he is looking good. Unfortunately, federal cabinet ministers.
You wanted me to say it in Cree.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, but we're going to hear it in Cree.
Miukik se panuan. Kahkiota kapeta kuhteek. Ne miehteen uta epe ei miha ja napses kapehtamek. Tän se speak square. Nas komun ki goi tans kauit utama. Uma kauju sitä ja ki goi kagi pep matsi johtse. Kmantum no. Kasuehta ki goi kauit utamanus kagiskak. Uta kap muhtea. Kahkio wahkumagantua. utaka pe wikchik, utaka pe tuta ke ko makak tekskita ke kumaski. Eugunche, kawina nas kumia. Kakyo si tuskonan, kamamo tuskea. Kamigu siya miupmatsuin, wawisu mo takaspek. Egomina, kamigu siya kakyo ka kamiwichetuya. Kawapahtamatuya. Esagituya. Eugo. Mio sinum kapes wapahtama. Ekteu teni gan. Chwasam snana kawapahtamok. Eugoma. Kiwakatutama anus. Eugu che. Kawina nas kumuya. Egomina. Pego kiapit. Suehta homa kiwai kawimitianska giskak. Tun papiahtek nagatemnan, mantumnan. Eugu. Kawikwechikemu yaukche anuska giskak. Hai hai.
Thank you, Jimmy. Always great to hear our prayers in Cree. And if you want to get some lessons, Jimmy's on CFCW on the weekends. CFWE? Okay. Unfortunately, the federal cabinet ministers are not traveling due to COVID-19, but we are pleased to have a video message from the Minister of Indigenous Services of Canada, the Honourable Mark Miller.
Tanse, Atlanate, Tansi, greetings, bonjour. I'm pleased to join you from the traditional territory of the Algonquin people and acknowledge Treaty 8 territory where you are gathered here today in the municipality of Wood Buffalo, the traditional territory of the Cree and Dene, and the traditional territory of the Métis. Thank you for inviting me to celebrate with you today, even if it has to be through technology for the time being. One can't overstate the importance of infrastructure projects such as these to a community. The construction of the McMurray Cultural Centre on McDonald Island, which is expected to begin in 2021, is a shining example. I want to acknowledge the elders and youth who envisioned this place and the leadership for ensuring their dreams became a reality. With its energy-saving and sustainable features, the McMurray Cultural Centre will provide space to the community and the youth to come together to share traditional knowledge, embrace the culture and language while supporting the health and well-being of so many as a gathering place. Its rooftop greenhouse, inspired by Métis farming and gardening, is an effort to mitigate the struggle for access to fresh food that Indigenous communities face. This initiative is the kind of innovative thinking that will help the ongoing quest to find meaningful and sustainable ways to support Indigenous food sovereignty in the Wood Buffalo area while preserving Métis culture. In short, this innovative project will help to make the community stronger and self-sustaining. It's refreshing to speak of hope during this difficult time, of a center that will bring the community together culturally, recreationally, and creatively. When the COVID-19 pandemic is behind us, I hope to come and visit the center in person and see with my own eyes the excellent work that you're all doing. We will continue to work in partnership with Métis leaders and communities across the country to improve infrastructure for the health and well-being of the people today. And for generations yet to come, congratulations. Marcy, thank you. Merci. Masicho.
Great to hear him speaking Indigenous languages also. Last September, Minister PANDA visited our local. The day he arrived, we had a furry friend visit us in the back there, a good-sized black bear. An elder asked the minister, "Do you know how to say bear in Cree?" The minister says, "No." "Musqua," added the elder. The minister quickly retorted, "I thought it might be panda." So please welcome the man who made today possible, the Minister of Infrastructure, PRASAD PANDA.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Bill, for that kind introduction. Yes, that joke was true. I always say with people, please bear with Panda. So it's it's, it's the fun. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So I'm pleased to join you all for this wonderful celebration. It's a real pleasure and honor for me because I used to work here in Fort Mac on projects at Suncor. I worked for Suncor Energy as an engineer for 11 years. So happy to be back here together with my colleagues and local MLAs, MLA TANY and MLA LAILA GOODRIDGE, and together with the Deputy Mayor and the colleagues. So I see many smiling faces in the audience today and so many VIPs in attendance. It would take my whole morning on stage to thank each and everyone individually. So please accept my sincere appreciation for taking time to be here today. I hope to have a chance to say hello to you all following the program. And Bill also introduced me with some of the elders and community leaders. And I would like to say hello to all of you after this event. But today is a great day. And many thanks to Federal Minister Mark Miller for kicking off our festivities by sharing a video message with us. And my colleague, Minister Wilson, couldn't be here, so myself and Tany and LAILA are representing him as well today. And on behalf of the Premier and my caucus colleagues, I'm pleased to join again Minister Miller in announcing 18 important infrastructure projects for Northern Alberta communities approved through the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program. We call it ICIP. These infrastructure projects valued at $178 million, which will support local economies and create as many as 1,050 jobs in communities where they are needed most, mostly in rural northern Alberta and communities like Fort McMurray, where we needed those jobs most. So which brings us to the reason you're all here today, an approval to move forward with construction of the new Fort McMurray Métis Cultural Center right here in McDonald Island Park in our beautiful city of Fort McMurray. And I understand that so many of you have worked long and hard to see this project to fruition. And I want to acknowledge Bill for your strong advocacy together with my two colleagues, Tany and LAILA, to bring this to fruition. And I'm so pleased that Alberta government was able to endorse the Métis Cultural Center project for federal funding approval. Your new cultural center will be a pivotal place in the Wood Buffalo region, as it will highlight the important role Métis have in Alberta and in Canada. It will provide a place for the community to come together culturally and recreationally for many years into the future. In addition to your cultural center, approval has also been provided to move forward with a Fort McMurray lower townsite flood mitigation project. Together, these two projects will inject more than $30.6 million into your local economy. And they'll create about 172 design and construction related jobs right here in Fort McMurray. And today's ICIP approvals also include infrastructure projects in other northern communities such as Athabasca, Elk Point, Laclabish, and Sandy Lake, and a range of project types such as water, wastewater facility improvements, road upgrades, and cultural and recreational additions. I encourage all of you to check today's news release for a full listing and description of ICIP projects approved for Northern Alberta. Northern Alberta is the industrial and economic engine of Alberta and also Canada, and I'm thrilled these projects are announced here right in Fort Mac. Alberta's recovery plan is committed to building infrastructure in every region of the province. We are getting people back to work. We are building the infrastructure we need to attract the private sector investment. Thank you for the opportunity to share this celebration with you as support building vital infrastructure in Fort McMurray. And I also happened to talk with the architects and landscape developers working on the initial design. I just asked them the schedule, so I hope if everything goes well, I think we'll see the shovels in the ground next year, and Bill told me it will be done by 2023. It will be open for the local public to come and enjoy this facility. Again, congratulations to everyone, and I would like to thank all the team members that worked hard to see the project, coming through. And we're going to put shovels in the ground today, actually, but the construction probably would take a couple of years. The government of Alberta and my Department of Infrastructure will extend all the help you need to get this project done on time, on budget, and open on time for the public's benefit. Thank you again, and God bless Alberta. Thank you.
Okay, thanks again, Minister. Peter HANSEN is going to actually present a gift to you, so if you can come back up here.
We'll get you guys to go front there if you don't mind. Be careful.
Okay, Minister Panda, we bestow on you, Minister PRASAD Panda, an honorary lifetime membership in the McMurray Métis. This honor, only the second given out in our 33-year history, is recognition for the support and dedication that you have given the McMurray Métis leadership and members in the construction of a Métis Cultural Centre. Thank you again, Minister.
We'll hold that to the side for you. Thank you so much.
Today is a day of celebration, not criticism or apology. We haven't forgotten what happened not far from here on the banks of the Snai River to the Métis families of Moccasin Flats. That said, in June, the Regional Council of Wood Buffalo unanimously approved a motion to sell just over 8 acres of land to the McMurray Métis. It's the land that we're on here today. They sold us the land to build a Métis Cultural Centre, and we're going to do that. Obviously, there's a connection between the two. That's why it is important for us to invite all councillors here today for this event. The actions of Mayor Don Scott and all of Council and the administration is what I call reconciliation. So without further ado, Deputy Mayor Verna Murphy.
Thank you. You forget to take your mask off, you forget to put it on. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Minister Panda, Mr. Yao, Ms. Goodridge, President Patra, Elder Gallagher, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. I'd also like to extend my acknowledgement of the Fort McMurray Métis Local Council 1935. I'd like to begin by recognizing that we are on Treaty 8 in unceded Métis territory. On behalf of the Regional Municipality of Wood Buffalo, I'm honored to be here for this incredible celebration. And just as a personal side note, I'm actually thrilled just to be in public. This is my first event, and this one really meant a lot to me to be here. I was thinking about it this morning when I was getting ready, and I can remember Bill standing on the stage at Shell Place before Christmas at the Elders' Christmas dinner and saying, in 2020, we are going to be breaking ground for the Métis Cultural Centre, and here we are this morning. I'd also like to recognize my council colleagues who are in attendance, Councillor Sheila Lalonde, Phil Marr, Claire Voyageur, and Krista Balsam. And our CAO, Jamie Doyle, is also here, I believe, right over on the side there. This is truly a great day for our region, and especially for the Métis and all Indigenous peoples in Wood Buffalo. I'd like to congratulate the Fort McMurray Métis on this special occasion and thank them for their commitment and dedication to this project. Today, as we come together to celebrate the Métis Cultural Centre, we reflect on the process that brought us here. This project has been a long time coming, and it's a testament to the power of relationships and the importance of partnership. I'd also like to thank the governments of Canada and Alberta for their support on this important initiative. And I'd also like to thank my fellow colleagues for voting unanimously to transfer this land for this project. This site at the confluence of the rivers that run through the heart of our community is of deep historical and cultural significance to the Métis people. The path of truth and reconciliation demands that we move forward in a way that is meaningful for the entire Indigenous community. The Métis Cultural Centre will help us come together in that spirit. This facility will tell the story of Métis history and experience and express the symbols of Métis cultural identity. It will serve as a record so that future generations will be able to know and celebrate our region's rich Métis culture. And I was really happy to see the summer students taking part this morning and picking us up in the golf carts. I really loved seeing what they did all summer too and all the projects. That was amazing work. The Cultural Centre is not just a monument, but a place for the community to gather, to share knowledge, and to remember the past while looking forward to a vibrant future. Being here today, I can't help but feel optimistic about and excited for our shared future. Residents know and love McDonald Island Park as an important hub in the community, and this will be a tremendous asset, an addition. I want to thank the Regional Recreation Corporation for their support of this new initiative. I know I saw CEO Greg Walsh this morning, and many of the board members are also in attendance. Above all, I want to extend my sincere thanks to Fort McMurray Métis for being the champions of this centre and for bringing their vision to life. The Métis Cultural Centre will honor the experiences of our ancestors and our elders and will enrich the understanding of our community today and for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Verna. What a great speech. Our next message is from another good friend of the McMurray Métis. She too isn't traveling due to COVID-19. Here is a video message from Audrey Patra, President of the Métis Nation of Alberta.
Good afternoon. My name is Audrey Patra. As President of the Métis Nation of Alberta, I am very sorry that I cannot attend this historic announcement with you all at McDonald Island, the original home of the Métis. For many years, I've heard from the leaders, staff, and members of Local 1935 about their vision for a Métis Cultural Centre. To be totally honest, Brian Fant has never had a conversation with me where he hasn't reminded me of the importance of the Cultural Centre. My friends, today's announcement concludes decades of ideas, reports, concepts, designs, and locations for the Métis Cultural Centre. Your new building design is amazing, and with an infinity loop that makes it even more Métis. To know that Local 1935 has secured $16.5 million grant from the Canada-Alberta Infrastructure Program and purchased the land from the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo for its location is truly positive news for the Métis Nation. It reaffirms our nation-to-nation relationship with the municipality, provincial, and federal governments. Our Métis homeland in Alberta has been dealing with many struggles in 2020. However, this announcement is an extremely positive bright spot in a dark year. I'm looking forward to a groundbreaking event with shovels in the ground and dirt in the air. This first step will be symbolic, but the land will be prepared in 2020. Heavy construction will commence in the spring of 2021, creating many good-paying jobs for our Métis citizens up until opening in 2023. In closing, I would like to offer sincere congratulations to President Gail Gallup, CEO Bill Ludit, the Board of Directors of Local 1935, and all members of the Métis Local on this very important moment in your history. I'm pleased and honored to bring greetings on behalf of the Provincial Council, the staff, and all citizens of the Métis Nation of Alberta.
Thank you, Audrey. We are blessed to have two wonderful MLAs in Fort McMurray. We met with both, and they supported and endorsed in writing the Métis Cultural Centre to Minister Panda. Ladies first, so let's welcome MLA LAILA Goodrich.
Thank you so much, Bill. It is absolutely an honor to be here today. Thank you to all the elders for paving the way for us here, and to everyone that's on the board of the Métis Local 1935 for your amazing leadership on this project and so many others in the community. I always find history to be extremely interesting, and so I've been asking for the last while since I got involved with this project, when did this project start? When did this idea start? And I found it really interesting that I found out that this project started all the way back in 1987. And that was the year that I was born here in Fort McMurray. And it's pretty spectacular to see that it's taken 33 years, but we now have this project. And we have a project that is bigger and better than I think what anyone could have imagined 33 years ago. And it's spectacular that it gets to be here at McDonald Island Park to bring our community together, to allow for so much reconciliation and reconciliation. I really like that term. That's a wonderful term. And I want to just take a minute to thank Minister Panda for his leadership, for being here and for being such a wonderful friend to this region. We are really lucky to have what we jokingly say our third MLA for Fort McMurray in Minister Panda. And so thank you for being here and being part of this, and to everyone from Mayor and Council for your leadership in transferring this land. It's spectacular. And it's wonderful to see so many people here today despite the blistery weather. And thank you so much. Masicho.
Thank you, LAILA. And now I would like to call on MLA TANY.
Always a pleasure to speak to everyone here today. First off, we have to congratulate the McMurray Métis, and Bill and the team did a phenomenal job of selling this facility, this new center, to the government. And we also want to thank Minister Panda for taking the time once again. He's the minister that's come up to McMurray the most, and also has the most history with our community. So let's give him a big hand for coming up here. And he's also funded a school up in Fort Chipewyan, which is really nice. They are going to get a new school, as well as some water lift stations and other projects like that. Again, though, this is a great opportunity, great privilege to be here as we celebrate this new facility. And again, McMurray Métis, congratulations for all their hard work. Bill, all you guys' perseverance. And and for getting this through. And this is another contribution to our community. So thank you, everybody, and God bless.
Thank you, Tany. The building of the stage, erecting of the big tent, the audio, video crew, food preparation, and security personnel have already created jobs. Starting in a few weeks, these fields will be decommissioned and will prepare the land for heavy construction in the spring of 2021. As the minister said today, the infrastructure grant for the Métis Cultural Centre is $16.5 million. The McMurray Métis are committed to the project at a minimum of $5.5 million of our own money. And I suspect that the budget of the project will rise a bit, currently projected for $22 million, but may end up around 30 at the end of the project. The Métis Cultural Centre will create jobs, especially Indigenous jobs, over the next 3 years, and support our local and provincial economies. To build a world-class centre, we needed a strong banking partner, a company who supports Indigenous businesses and opportunities like the Métis Cultural Centre. ATB Financial is our banking partner on this venture, and I'm proud to say they put their money where their mouth is. All the way from Calgary, please welcome Senior Executive Vice President from ATB Financial, John Horseman.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 8 land in unceded Métis territory. Thank you for all the distinguished guests who have come here to join us today. ETB has a commitment to building and growing our relationship with Indigenous and Métis businesses. And we've got a commitment to be better, because we're being asked in this community, we've been asked in Canada, rightly so, to be able to stand up and actually show up in a neat and interesting way to add value to these businesses. We have a belief in ATB that we exist to make it possible. And for me, it's the opportunity to sit across the table from a group, such as the McMurray Métis, look into their eyes and understand their dream, understand the vision that they have for their people, understand the vision that they have for the community, and as you said, put money on the table. And there's something very, very profound about that. And you don't always, we do a lot of talking, and I am privileged to work for an organization that is dedicated to these communities and moving things forward. And these visions, they make things happen. I was reflecting as I was coming in today. For myself, my father, as he came out of university, was out of work, couldn't find a job. He was a teacher. And the only thing that actually saved us and saved our family was there was a chief in Chemainus who had a vision for his people to actually build a school and education institute. And he hired my dad, and he put food on the table and actually helped develop me and my formation to be a banker, to be able to have the honor to stand here today. And these divisions and these ideas, they become real, and there's knock-on effects, and we all enrich our communities, and we enrich our societies, and we enrich our people as a result of that. And so for myself, I want to thank you for honoring us with the opportunity to actually provide capital and financing to this great vision that you have. Thank you.
Thank you, John. It's good to know that you're out from around Duncan area. We saved the second best for second last. So join me in welcoming President, Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 1, Jimmy Cardinal.
First, I'd like to welcome everybody for being here, and tawao. It's our great way of using our language, and we just want to first I got to speak in my Cree language to really comfort myself in what I want to say. So obviously, what I want to say is not what I had written here. It disappeared. Imagine that. So I guess I got to speak from my heart. That's what the Nigan kakyo. Hoinanas kumuyan ki go taga base bacon skagiskak. Kosita ya. Kamamo toskea. Kigoi kagi wanitaya. Kahkio kau te kapigiwe taya. Anus kagi nagatasketik uta kagi wikchik. Miehtamak. Tante peispekta skina. Uya. Uge. Uta local 1935 kaitichik kahkio mamotoskeok. Apuette gue uta mui mamo opnan ksuak maga mamotoskenan. Eugumiosen. Ekses wapahtama. Eugumana ne miehten kananas kumuyan papiahtik. Eugumina. Kawapmagik kanagatemagik kaniganapchik. Tansawichatuskem guakik. Miosnik kis wapahtama. Egon moche. Kapenigani anuta. Pewapahten. Tan de petaguhteja. Ni soaski ego. Uta. Egon ma. Kaivikatskwan gisksia. Kispin kahkiuk mamo atoskano. Kataguhtano tanegawituhteja. So today I'd like to welcome each and every delegate up here and say thank you to see the future of our kids and how far the Métis people have come. The great leaders of Local 1935 and what they've done here. Today, our ancestors are looking down, celebrating. We're not the only ones celebrating. The things that they fought for, the things that they wanted, happening today, right here in Fort McMurray. The place where we say sometimes had been taken away from us. And the local leaders like Bill and the rest of the crew, the President, Gallup and HANSEN brothers, all working together to make this possible. And the mayor and the council and the government. This is the type of work and working together. We may be sitting apart, but yet we're working together today. And this is what we need for our future, for our kids. So when the culture opens up, they don't only see a culture, but they've seen what the past leaders have done 100 years from now. That is what we're here for today, to build a future for our kids. And that's what we want to see. And with that, I want to say thank you one more time to the government officials and also the council and Local 1935 especially for all the hard work they've done. As a leader in Region 1, it's easy work for me when I have leaders such as 1935 to work with. Hi, hi.
Thank you, Jimmy. And judging by that speech, I don't think you should write them. Just speak from the heart. Okay, today, Gail Gallup would have loved to be here, but she had a long-standing commitment and she's out of town. So please welcome the Vice President of McMurray-Métis, Peter HANSEN.
Good morning, elders, special guests, and friends. On behalf of the McMurray-Métis Board of Directors, I would like to thank everyone for being here today. The Toronto Blue Jays, as you know, are playing very well, and to describe our joint federal-provincial infrastructure application, I will use the baseball analogy involving Bill. In June of 2018, we submitted, with the help from Teresa Greenwood and Laura Lyons, an expression of interest for our $22 million Métis Cultural Center. Bill is now on first. In January of 2019, we got a call from Indigenous Relations asking us all these questions as the application was, quoted, going to be approved. That information turned to be incorrect. Bill was caught stealing second. In July of 2019, our good friend and former Mayor Guy Boudelier, who is here today, invited a group of us down to Edmonton for the K-Day breakfast, at which time we first met Minister Panda and newly elected Premier Jason Kenney. Bill is back on first. On January 29, 2020, we received provincial endorsement from you, Minister Panda, for our infrastructure application for the Métis Cultural Center. The bill has moved up to second base now. The next stage was to submit our federal application. Well, this was no easy task, as it included a greenhouse gas assessment, a climate residual assessment, an Aboriginal consultation and environmental assessment. Bill is out of breath at this time. With the help of our excellent team of professionals, McGinnis, Genevieve, Nelson Lee, Graham Harris, on March 24th, 2020, we met Ottawa's deadline and submitted our federal application. Bill is now on third. After many questions and back and forth, on July 17, 2020, we finally received federal approval from Minister McKenna, who we thank profusely. Bill scored at home, and thanks to the decision of the Regional Council of Wood Buffalo, the Métis people are back on our homeland on McDonald Island. To say this grant application was a very long time in running would be an understatement. A vote of thanks to some of our supporters and contributors over the years who helped make this day possible. Dr. Tara Jolly and soon-to-be Dr. Heward Longley are in attendance today, and I would like to thank them both for being here. Thanks for the leadership, Mayor Scott. Thank you to the councillors and administration officials, including Jamie Doyle, Chris Booth, Brad Mardeau, Jaylene Cruz, Chris Davis, Matthew Hout, and Jane Brown. And a special thank you to Michael Inadia and Dennis Fraser. The Regional Recreation Corporation of Wood Buffalo is no stranger to the members and staff of the McMurray Métis as we hold annual events here. A big thank you for helping us organize today's event, the whole board of directors, CEO Greg Walsh, Laura Conaber, Kelly De La Roan, and excellent food, beverage, and maintenance service. We look forward to being your neighbor and working on joint ventures which are of benefits to both of us. In December of 2019, we cemented our new business relationship with ATB Financial. And we're glad you are here, John Horstman. And thanks to Chris Davis, Ben Gill, Holly Cooper, Heather Listica, Todd Pruden, and Chris Myers. A vote of thanks to our partners and friends at Illuma Sapphire Infinity for building this very large and safely social distancing stage. Minister Panda, we would like to note the cooperations and support from your department in Deputy Minister Shannon Flynn, Assistant Deputy Minister Jennifer Flagman, and Executive Director Sheila Harrison. We would also like to thank Indigenous Relations Minister Rick Wilson for his support, and that the department officials, Director Joseph Jobin and Program Coordinator Yvonne LePage. Thank you to LAILA Goodrich and TANY. You are both wonderful MLAs who are always there to support McMurray Métis. With the economic challenges due to COVID-19 and the Horse River fire, the flood of 2020, and the global oil price drop in Fort McMurray community need not only be positive jobs and economic infusion from this investment, but also the tourism that will come with this world-class design of the new McMurray or Métis Cultural Center. We couldn't be more thankful and would like from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, Minister Panda, and everyone for making this day possible. Hi, hi.
Thank you, Peter. I'd just like to make one correction here. I'm glad Peter thanked Minister Rick Wilson, but he did send a video message, so if you guys bear with us, let's get the message up.
Hi, I'm Rick Wilson, Minister of Indigenous Relations, joining you today from Edmonton. Thank you to the McMurray Métis for putting together today's event, and to Minister Panda for his work to make this day possible. I wish I could be with you today in person to celebrate the many new investing in Canada infrastructure projects about to get started. However, I have just joined Minister Pond with Seniors in Housing to announce funding for more affordable housing through the Métis Capital Housing Corporation. It is a great day for Métis people in Alberta who share a deep connection with this land. 2 more infrastructure projects for Métis communities in northern Alberta will make a real difference for members with sustainable funding for modern and resilient communities. The Métis Cultural Centre in Fort McMurray creates a space for community to gather socially and culturally, a need many of us better understand after observing physical distancing for so many months. The centre, to be built right here on McDonald Island, fulfills a long-desired gathering place for Métis people for sharing knowledge, skills, training, and collaboration with stakeholders, and for celebrating the vibrant culture, traditions, and customs of the Métis. I'm happy to announce another Indigenous serving ICIP project today as well. Peavine Métis settlement in the Lesser Slave Lake area is getting roadwork improvements to increase safety, and Duck Lake Road provides safe access between the main settlement road and the oilfield access road. It also gives safer passage to a few dozen homes and recreational areas and heritage sites. All of these are valuable spaces for people in and around Peavine. Congratulations to both communities on your successful Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program applications. And thank you to Minister Miller on behalf of the federal government for this financial contribution to improve community resilience. Enjoy your day, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Minister Wilson. No Métis event is complete without music and dancing, and I'm pleased to welcome on stage fiddler Elder Martin Hamlin and jiggers Parker Flett, Cruz Flett, Eli Akins, Tylee Bishop, Cadence Hagerman, and Marley LaRondelle. Okay, thank you guys and girls, that was great. We are proud members of the Métis Nation of Alberta, and I ask you all to stand for the singing of the Métis National Anthem, Proud to be Métis, followed by O Canada, performed by Marley LaRondelle.
In the forest, on the river, and across the western plain, as the white man journeyed westward to the land of the Indian, a new race was created, a new nation rose up strong. Hardship as its destiny, and its curse to not belong. In the land from which they came, in the land they helped to build, they found themselves the alien, found their vision unfulfilled. And despite their valiant effort to defend what they believe, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. From across the plain they traveled, from Red River to the Peace, looking for their own homeland that would help them to replace all the land that had been taken and the dreams that had been dashed. Their brave heroes now called traitors, and courageous deeds now past. But their spirit was not broken, and the dreams have never died. Their determination strengthened even while the people cried. As they waited for the battle that would end their years of pain, and the final bloodless battle when the nation rose again. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadians. For this newest generation and the future ones to come, with the past to motivate us, it will help to keep us strong. As we build the Métis nation, as we watch it rise again, our past loss is motivation to inspire our future gain. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. One last time, everybody, together. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. Thank you. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, our true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Marley. Okay, that's the end of our formal program on stage. We have two more events on the ground. First, the signs unveiling, followed by a groundbreaking ceremony. I would like to invite all dignitaries on stage to head to the front of the stage.